Hi, my name is Kris, and this channel will talk about personal finance and technology. Please feel free to subscribe, smash that thumbs up button, and of course, click on notifications. And if you feel that this content is beneficial, then go ahead and feel free to share that on your social media. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's jump into today's topic on how to become a millionaire. Today, we'll be talking about 401ks, and a 401k is essentially a savings vehicle that is sponsored by an employer. Some employers will match up to a certain percentage. For example, my company will match up to 50 cents on the dollar, up to 6% of my contribution. When I contribute 6%, they will contribute 3%. And in essence, it's as if I'm contributing 9% of my income without having to contribute the full 9%. Now, there are some employer plans out there that provide no match, but with compounding interest, the earlier you start a 401k or the earlier you start to contribute, the better and faster your money will grow due to what's called compound interest. Now, whether having $1 million by retirement is actually enough to sustain your lifestyle depends on how much you spend. If you're spending $15,000 a month, $1 million will not go far. But if you're only spending $1,500 a month, then you can probably enjoy a nice retirement. Before we jump in how to become a millionaire off of your 401k, there's a couple assumptions. First assumption would be that it's 2019, the contribution rate is $19,000. And this is a combination of employee contributions and your employer if they offer a match. This assumption will be that there is no employer match. Essentially, this is what you need to contribute in order to become a millionaire by retirement. Essentially, this will be the maximum amount of money that you would need to set aside. Now, another assumption here is that it's impossible to predict the future. All right? A few other assumptions would be that 1, you receive no raises, which is probably unlikely, but let's just make that assumption that there's no raises, you receive no promotions. If you lose your job, we're not going to take that into consideration here today. We're also not going to consider inflation, and annually the average is about 2%, give or take a couple points here and there. We're also not going to account for any pensions or other retirement vehicles that you may have. As I mentioned earlier, it is better to begin a 401k at an earlier age. We're going to start out here with the age of 25 years, and we're also going to take the assumption that you will earn 7% return on your investments. What you would need to earn with a 7% return rate from 25 to retirement of 65 is $393.64 per month. Now, if you want to contribute 10% of what you earn into the 401k, you will need to earn $47,000 plus a year in order to contribute 10%. Of course, the more that you contribute, if you were to contribute 15%, then you can still retire if you begin at 25 by only making about $32,000 annually. Okay, so you're 30 years old and you're earning around $69,000 to $70,000. if you contribute 10%, then what your monthly contribution rate will be is $581. You can also split that up into 2 payments per month if you're paid bi-weekly, for example. So $581 a month might sound like a lot, but in reality, when you break it down per pay period, it's not that much money. Of course, the more that you contribute, if you were to increase it from 10% to 15%, then you need to earn less money in order to still retire with $1 million in your 401k account, which would be about $46,000 to $47,000 annually if you're contributing 15% of what you make annually into that 401k with no employer match. All right? So essentially, the longer you wait to contribute to that 401k, the more that you have to put into it. Okay, you've waited and you're now 40. You have nothing in your 401k and you decide that you still want to contribute to it. Is it possible to have $1 million by retirement of 65? Sure. You can't earn anything less than 6% on your investment returns. So the average of 7% is barely keeping up with what you need to do. However, be prepared to be shocked for how much you need to earn and contribute in order to still hit that $1 million. It's a big number. Are you ready? You need to contribute $1,269 a month in order to retire at 65 with $1 million in the 401k account. That's almost $1,300 a month. So you can see here where the longer that you wait, the worse off that you're going to be, unless you're making more money. Hopefully this video was informative. I appreciate you watching. Please feel free to subscribe, smash that thumbs up, and of course, click on those notifications as well, so that way you're notified of future videos. My name is Kris. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourself.